When adding notes in GradeXpert, you have the option to automatically email teachers a notification that this note has been put in. This email arrives in their inbox, and this is very useful because teachers don't always have GradeXpert open, but usually do have their email open. To send emails of notes in GradeXpert, you first need to make sure that your email server settings have been set up correctly. In the settings screen in GradeXpert, move to the emails tab, and at this point you want to tick enable email notification, and you will need to speak to your school technical person to be able to set up your outgoing email SMTP server, port, username and password. The username and password is not always required. Again, this depends on your school settings. If you tick include the note content in emails, when the email is sent to a teacher, the actual details of the note that was entered is included in the email. If that's unticked, the message will let you know that you need to log into GradeXpert to read the content of the email. Additionally, you can put in a small set of footer text that will be included in each email, and you can change this as often as you need. Once all your data has been put in here for your settings, just click Send Test Email, and if everything's working correctly, you'll get a message that looks like this. If you don't get a message that looks like this and you get some error messages, you'll need to either speak to GradeXpert or to your school tech to be able to ensure your settings are correct. This is what the test email looks like that gets sent from GradeXpert settings. The next step under your Users tab is to ensure that each user has an email address entered into their email address field against their name. And you can just double click in the cell to type in their email address. If there's no email address against that user, they won't be able to receive emails. I won't save that one. Now what we're going to do is just put in a note for a particular student and automatically send a notification to the user so that it pops up in their inbox. So I'll click Add a Note. This is a behavioral incident. That's an example. Let's say it was, I don't know, Dustin and Hugh, a year 3 and 4 student. I'll type in the comments that Dustin and Hugh were fighting at recess. 2 days detention, and all parents inform them. Again, you can type as much information as you want, and at this point I want to send a notification to let's just say demo user, because we know there's an email address there, and you can see the email address now pops up next to the user that you've selected, and you can have a number of different users set up here, or even user groups. When you click OK on this screen, the email is immediately sent to those teachers that you've nominated, and we'll bring the email up in a moment. When you receive an email from GradeXpert in your inbox, the note type is displayed in the subject heading. You can see the students that were involved with this incident. You can see who entered in and the date and time it was put in, as well as the details of the note that were entered by the staff member. We also have our footer text that we've chosen to put in, and this informs the teacher on pretty much everything to do with this note.